watching Juan Gotti Talking Sports.
What's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with yet another Washington football team video, and in today's video I just wanted to come on here and talk about should the Washington football team trade up from 19 to possibly get their future quarterback, because we know a lot of trades have been going down. The blockbuster trades went down a couple days ago involving the Dolphins, Eagles, and 49ers, and that prompted the question in the community to go crazy to think should Washington trade up. So I'm coming on here to talk about that. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure to go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, in this case our Washington football team. Let's get straight into today's video. So like I said, as you guys may know, a couple days ago blockbuster trade went down involving the Dolphins and 49ers, where the Dolphins actually made multiple trades. They were at that, I believe, the 3rd overall pick from the Laremy Tunsil trade in the Texans. Then they moved, I believe, back to the 12th spot. Then they came back to the 6th spot. So they were all over the place. And then the 49ers, they moved from 15 to number 3. So it was just a lot that was going on. And that prompted a lot of Washington fans to ask the question, should we trade up in the draft to possibly get our quarterback of the future? And I'm going to cut straight to the chase. No, I don't think we should trade up into the draft to get our quarterback of the future, because we're going to be at 19. And honestly, all the quarterbacks are going to go within the first 4 picks of the draft. That's the reason why the 49ers traded up to 3, because obviously they want to move on from Jimmy Garoppolo, whether that's this year or next year. They obviously are going to select a quarterback at number 3. Number 1 is going to be Trevor Lawrence. Number 2 is going to probably be Zach Wilson, more likely than not. Number 3 is probably going to be Trey Lance, and then number 4 is going to be Justin Fields. Maybe that's just my assumption. And honestly, I feel like it's not worth it to trade up top 4 with the Falcons is the team that we're most likely going to be trading with, and they need a quarterback to replace Matt Ryan. So I don't think they're even going to bars should do it, but that's the more realistic option to trade with, and I do not want to give up that much stuff to trade up for a possible quarterback of the future. And the reason for that is because we're going to have to give up so much. You've seen how much the 49ers had to give up to move from 15 to 3. They had to give up 3 first-round picks and some mid to late round picks, and you can only give up the max of 3 first-round picks a year. So we will have to give up probably 4 to 5. We'll be in debt for the next couple years, and you can't even do that. 49ers paying that much, like I said, you should only imagine what we would have to pay to move up to number 4. We're at 19. You're talking about moving 15 spots up into the draft to get your quarterback of the future. And honestly, is it worth it? With how some of these quarterbacks fall in the draft, the late rounds, you can always find a stud in the later rounds. Especially this year, there are a lot of good quarterbacks that's coming out in the late rounds. You have Jamie Newman, who a lot of people like. You have Kellen Mond, you have Sam Ehlinger, you have Davis Mills, and a lot of other quarterbacks I didn't name. Ian Book. It's a lot of quarterbacks that's going to be drafted in day 2, day 3 that you can wait it out. And honestly, if we do draft one of those guys in the later rounds, let's just say it's Davis Mills from Stanford in the 3rd round. If he's a miss and he's a bust, it doesn't matter, because you spent a 3rd round pick. Now let's just say, and I doubt this happens, but let's just say we trade up to number 4 and you give up all of those first round picks for the future. I'm talking 21, 22, 23, 24, and other late round picks to get your quarterback of the future, and you thinking it's going to be your guy. Let's just say we draft Zach Wilson or we draft Trey Lance, one of those guys, and they're a bust. You're screwed if that happens, because dude, literally you have no picks for the near future. And this basically, when you trading up, you're basically confirming that you're okay with this, and you're saying this guy is going to be our ride or die. This guy is going to be our future, and we're putting all our eggs in one basket. And honestly, that's what the 49ers did. But the 49ers, they feel comfortable enough to do that, because they feel like whatever guy they're going to draft, whoever it may be, Justin Fields, Trey Lance, or Zach Wilson, whoever it may be, they feel like they're good enough to be their guy, to where they can give up first round pick later drafts 22, 23, and 24. Like they're going to be in competition for the NFC Championship each and every year in the Super Bowl, that their later round picks are going to be in the late rounds 26, 27, 28, 29, 31. So the back end of the first round draft. And like I said, if you feel that way, that's cool, but you got to make sure that you're 100% sure that you want to do this. That's why me personally, if I'm in charge, and they're not going to trade up, man. So a lot of people that want to trade up and think it's going to happen, man, you might as well get it out of your head, because I don't think Washington is going to trade up. They got Ryan Fitzpatrick, and like I said, there are a lot of other guys that's in the draft, in the later rounds, that you can possibly get with less repercussion if he is in fact trash. So honestly, man, like I said, it's all cool and stuff to trade up for a quarterback, but we learned our lesson from doing it with RG3, man. We gave up a ton of first round picks, a ton of compensation for RG3, and it didn't pan out. And I'm not saying none of these guys are close to RG3, but I still have nightmares about that, man. So I don't want it to happen, man. Congratulations to the 49ers for moving up to 3. The Dolphins are killing it, man, but I don't want no parts of that, man. Give me a quarterback in the later rounds, or even heck of it, man, roll with whoever's going to be on the roster for the next 2 years or whatnot, and then draft your quarterback next year. But I will say this, if it does happen, I fully trust Ron Rivera and with them guys making the right move and saying this is the smart move to trade up, but I highly doubt that happens. I hope it doesn't happen because I feel like it's not worth trading up for. So yeah, man, I want to come on here quickly to talk about this because a lot of people were talking about Washington should trade up because they were looking at the Eagles, 49ers, and Dolphins trade and stuff like that from the past days. So like I said, you got my opinion. I hope you don't trade up, and of course I know some of you guys' opinions are going to be different, and that's cool, but you got my take on it. So like I said, it's me, your boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hell to the Washington football team. Let me know what you guys think about this video down below. Should we trade up? Who would you trade up with? Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Peace. Cross me one time, that's gonna get you popped. Get you popped.